to The Practical Path, a podcast for personal and spiritual growth. Every week, another step along the path toward a more peaceful, happy life. A life where you grow into the best possible version of yourself, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Now, let's get started down the path for today. And indeed, welcome. This is The Practical Path, a podcast for personal and spiritual growth. And today we are on step number 48. I said that word and I said that number and Vicki Wagner just went, oh, geez. I'm Bill Sklodowski in Gainesville, Florida. My friend and partner, Vicki Wagner, of spiritual guru fame in Blue Ridge, Georgia. Good morning. How are you? And what, 48 blew your mind? You didn't know we were doing that many?
I know it. I knew last week it was 47, but I don't know, for some reason 48, it's like, it just sounded so big.
It's a bigger number. Very soon, we will be at a year of doing this, which is, to me, pretty amazing.
It is.
That we would, hang with it for this long, and that's a good thing. I think you and I talk all the time about it, and we enjoy the heck out of doing this, and we hope people get a little bit of enjoyment and maybe even some help out of listening to it. So
that's our vision, that's our purpose. So
there you go. That is our intention, as we say. So, yeah. How are you this week?
I'm doing good, just kind of hanging out. Reading,
right?
Walking the dog.
Walking the dog and reading. Oh, that's good. That's good. So yeah, it's been an exciting 4 or 5 days here at Bill's place, and I'll tell you all about it. And because I'm pretty sure there are some lessons to learn here. I'm not sure what the hell they are, and I said what the hell, because they weren't the best of lessons, but. And I think we talked about this even last week, that when the universe wants to get your attention, it will start small and then get bigger and bigger. And I'm wondering if this is one of those bigger things. But
yes.
So anyway, before we get started, I did want to get in the habit of set the intention. Let's make it like that. We put out there where people can find you, because we do have some folks, of course, that, chat with us on Facebook and stuff like that, and are, interested perhaps in talking to Vicki Wagner for an oracle card reading or something like that. So if someone were interested, I want to get that right off the top of the show. How do they get in touch with you and find you, please?
They can call or text 239-248-0586 or email me at Vicki, VICKI, Wagner, WAGONER 53 @gmail.com.
And yours truly is findable on YouTube. Just do a search for Bill's iPhone Tips, and you'll find the videos there about learning how to keep yourself safe online. I got this week in my mailbox. I'm of the age, and I just love the monthly reminder when the AARP journal shows up in my mailbox.
Yes.
Reminding me of my age. Thank you very much.
Yeah, like I need a reminder.
Exactly. But literally on the front page, they always have the little blurb headlines to tell you what's inside.
Right.
And they right on the front page of the magazine, all of those text messages about unpaid tolls, they're a scam. And I'm like, really? You finally caught on. Thank you so much.
I get them all the time, and I'm like, I haven't been in California. I haven't been in, Oklahoma.
Right.
It's like, okay, try again.
Try again. But we talk on this show. I mean, it has nothing to do with the personal path of personal and spiritual development, but it does keep you safe out there from scams and stuff like that. So, and that's what Bill's videos are all about usually. So
absolutely. And the idea of being aware of what is going on. It's sad to think that people are out there trying to scam people, yet it's our responsibility to be alert, to be aware, to take action.
There you go. Perfect. I love that. So yes, it is our responsibility to be aware of what's going on in the world around us, if only to keep us and our loved ones relatively safe.
Yes.
I mean, there's some things are unavoidable. I get it.
Right.
But a lot of troubles are avoidable.
Yes.
Boy, am I setting myself up for this or what?
Yes.
A lot of things are avoidable, and a little bit of awareness would help. And good God, have I just stepped into it right now? I'm like cleaning out the barn, and I just stepped in a big pile of you know what. Hey, it's Bill stepping out of the studio for a quick second. On the podcast, one of the things we talk about a lot is motivation, the desire to get things done in life. It might be physical stuff, losing a few pounds, getting a better job, finding a great relationship. Or it might be more of what I like to call internal things, finding ways to feel better about yourself or life in general. Well, to help our listeners along that particular path, we've prepared a helpful, simple guide for personal motivation. It's called Flipping the Switch: How to Create Motivation at a Moment's Notice. I'd like to send you a free copy, along with some other special bonus goodies. Bonus, you say? Well, yes, kind of an unadvertised in-store special. What is it? Well, you'll just have to find out for yourself. So, do this. Head over to the website, www.thepracticalpathpodcast.com. Yep, the same name as the podcast itself. Put in your email and we'll immediately send you to the free download. We'll also let you know about upcoming podcast episodes and other behind-the-scenes information. Again, just head over to the website, www.thepracticalpathpodcast.com, and get your free guide to boosting your personal motivation. I'm sure you'll find it helpful and, dare I say, practical. Now, back to the show. Yours truly had an interesting lesson in the past over the weekend. Of course, we record this podcast on a Tuesday. It comes out on a Thursday. But over the weekend, I play pickleball, as I always do, on Saturday evening at the local park, and had a great time, and worked my butt off and sweat a lot because it's hot. And it's July in Gainesville, Florida. We don't call it the swamp for nothing.
Ugh, yeah.
Somewhere along the line of packing up my stuff to come home after the night was over, I lost my wallet.
No, oh my gosh.
I know.
Ugh, breaks my
I
heart.
know. And I didn't realize it until Monday morning when
Ugh.
I'm going to the doctor's office for my eye
Mhm.
checkup. That's another story that's coming soon. Stay tuned. Phone rings, and it's, of course, the fraud department of TD Bank. And, uh-oh, Mr. Bill, did you charge this and this? And the list was like 10 things. And I'm like, no
Oh,
to all. No, 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 no. Oh, okay. We finally found one that I charged on like Friday or something, at Circle
right.
K. So I lost my wallet, in
Oh,
which was a debit card, a credit card, my driver's license, and maybe $40 cash. I don't know. That's
yeah.
gone. So yesterday, Monday, was after my doctor appointment, spending the day. Of course, thankfully, most of what I did I could do online, which was order a new driver's
Good.
license. Thank you, state of
Good.
Florida. And I'm happy to
Yes.
pay you the $25 to get it to me
Oh,
ASAP.
yes.
And the banks with the credit cards, of course, they cancel them. You can do that online. You can nope, cancel it, send me a new one, cancel it, send me a new one. So, and then
Oh,
I did the one that had the whatchamacallit, the debit card. The bank branch was literally across the street from my doctor's office. So I just walked in and spent an exciting, fun, action-packed hour waiting for them to close the account, print a new debit card, and send me on my way.
yes.
The sarcasm is in full display.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right?
Ugh.
What
Ugh.
the heck is the lesson of that other than Bill, pay attention in life.
Yeah.
Be aware of I don't
Yeah.
I don't know that there is a full-on lesson for that. Although if you're gonna swallow the if you're gonna I don't want there's too many ugly cliches there. If you're gonna be on board with the fact that all of life is about learning your lessons, I
Yes.
can't I can't dodge this. I can't say, "Oh, this is a one-off, it doesn't count." No, Bill, if you believe that,
Mhm.
what the heck is the lesson? And I've been racking my brain a little bit, and of course, in between the times of beating myself up over going, "You stupid idiot." It's like, "Oh, no, okay. All right, you did it. You're done. It's over, whatever." And I think, and you and I were talking about this before the show started, before the recording started, just that awareness of what? Of life, of where you're at, of what you're doing, of maybe a little more, a little more paying attention, I guess,
Yeah.
for me, because obviously that would have made a big difference. A little more
Oh,
paying attention.
oh, yes.
I had fallen into a routine of putting my wallet in my pickleball bag and throwing that bag in the back of the trunk of my in the back hatch of my little SUV.
Hmm.
Didn't even think about it. When I didn't find the wallet in my pants pocket on Sunday, I thought, "Oh, it's in the bag in the truck, in the back of the car." And it didn't cause me a moment's worry because I have done that before.
Hmm.
And then Monday came around and I was driving to the doctor's office and I went back to my car and I dug around in the back in the pickleball bag and all that and no wallet. Okay, now I'm concerned and I come back upstairs
Yeah.
and I to my apartment and I dig around for a few minutes, no wallet. All right, now I'm more concerned. I don't know, but I'll tear the car apart after my doctor appointment. I drove to the doctor appointment. While I'm sitting in the waiting room, the phone rings and it's the bank saying, "Did you charge XYZ, ABC, one,
Gee,
two, three?"
lots of them, I'm sure.
Lots of them, of course,
Uh,
and the answer, of course, is no to all of them. And so the good news, if there can be good news in any of this, is the fact that I'm probably not on the hook for any of that stuff. Thank you very much.
right.
I am out the 40 or 50 bucks cash that was in the wallet. And like I said, state of Florida charging me 25 bucks for a replacement. The banks, of
Right.
course, replace the cards for free. So
Yep.
but it's just that, bonking yourself on the head going, "Arr!" And I'm doing it on
Yeah.
camera. Nobody can see that except Vicky. But you have that moment where you're like, "Oh,
Yeah. And your heart sinks and you go, oh,
yeah." And you
you
just
feel
go,
nauseous.
"Oh, man." So all day, so you go to the doctor's office, and the cheerful little girl is taking you back to your appointment room. "Oh, hi, good morning. How are you?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a Monday." And she, you can see her face drop. And I go, it's all right. It's my problem, not yours." And so anyway, that was
Oh,
lesson. I don't know I'm not even sure if there's a bigger lesson other than pay attention and keep a better handle on your stuff. I don't
well,
know.
being mindful of, because it's important, it's our,
Hello.
you know, license, it's our credit
It's
cards,
everything.
it's our pictures, whatever you've got in there, So it's just the point of being mindful of everything that we do, because there could be benefits, really good benefits, but there could be, like you had, that
Negative.
agony of, oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
where is it? What's going on? So it's just, I think sometimes we just get distracted
Yes.
and we just kind of, throw things or, say something or do something. So it's being mindful of what we're doing, our actions, our thoughts, our beliefs,
Right.
everything.
I I like I like the distracted part
Yeah.
because, and you and I talked about this was on the show last week where I talked about my wanting my intention of building this little online business thing that I'm doing, but I
Mhm.
have been distracted from it. A lot of it's self-imposed distraction
Right. We do
for what
that.
seems like months now. And
Mm.
I cut myself some slack because I moved to the new apartment. Well, that
Oh, yeah.
was March. March,
Okay.
April, May, June, July. I'm doing, counting on the fingers. That's 4 months now. Okay, 4 months of distraction is a little much. Bill, you might want to actually, sit down and do an honest day's work on something here. So yeah, I think I and even before you said it, I had been thinking about this last night and this morning a little bit. And the distraction, the focus,
Hmm.
the on trackness, on trackness,
Yes.
is that a thing? Of it is what I think. If I had to take a lesson from it, and I
Mhm.
choose to be honest with myself and say everything in life has a lesson.
Yes.
Um, that I think that's it. I do think that's it. So yeah, I want to I'll put that behind me, but it's I can't put behind me. So the only thing left to do now is shop for a new wallet, and I'm going to get one of those ones that clips to the back of my phone because God
Yes.
forbid you ever leave without your
Oh,
phone. I will leave the house
definitely.
without my wallet. I will leave the house without my keys. I will leave the house naked, but I will not
Woo.
leave the house. Okay, maybe not.
Oh,
But she made a face. She made a real face on that. But I will not leave the house without my phone. And I know you're like that. I know because everybody is
we
like that.
all
We're
are.
so attached to that thing.
It's more than attached, it's an addiction.
It really is.
It
It
really is an
really is.
addiction. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I
Yeah.
mean, I freak out if I can't find my phone. I'm like, okay, my day's ruined. Where is it? It's ridiculous, but
How did this, and I think I don't know if we've done this joke before, but it's a good one. How did anybody actually go to the bathroom before they had a phone?
they either took in a magazine, a newspaper, or a book.
I used to have a stack of magazines. I used to have a magazine rack in my bathroom.
Oh yeah,
I
really.
had to have something to keep you occupied while you're doing your business there, but I know. But anyway,
But
phone.
now it's our phones.
Now it's a phone. Now it's a phone. Now, and sometimes my iPad, and I know you have an iPad as
Oh
well.
yeah, I got
Sometimes
an
it's the
iPad.
iPad because it's bigger and easier to read. But all right, so don't get me started on the whole bathroom routine.
I
But
know
that's
that's my hair curl.
yeah. But anyway, so I think that's my. We used to say when I was in the computer business when long, long, long time ago, and people would tell me like, "Oh, the computer's old. The computer's this." It's like old, decrepit computer that barely can keep up and all that. We always used to think. We always used to say, "Don't think obsolete. Think upgrade opportunity." So, so this is my upgrade opportunity for a new wallet and one that I will not so easily forget because it will be attached to my phone. So anyway, all right. End of story.
Absolutely.
End of story.
Oh,
Wow.
dear.
so
Hmm.
so here's part 2 of that. All right.
Okay.
I know, right? Doctor office, eyeball appointment. I once a
Yes.
month.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
this is I think this
Looking.
has been my third monthly appointment with the doctor because all they do is they dilate your eye,
Hmm.
crazy, and then look into the back of it, take their pictures, and he looks and does the whole thing.
Hmm.
Last time I was there, I jokingly complained that the eyeball until they now I had the surgery, I had the retinal reattachment surgery, and as part of that, they took out some of the fluid that's normally in your eye and they put in a different oil that has a
Hmm.
different viscosity. So
Yeah.
basically, if you've ever seen in the bar where they make the drinks and they pour a little bit of different kinds of alcohol and it stays in a level, that's
Yeah.
what's going on in your eye when you have this surgery. The oil floats to the back of the eye and presses on that retina so it helps it heal in place.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
That's the good news. The bad news is that eye, my left eye,
Yeah.
is still out of focus and fuzzy and will be until the time comes where they decide to take that oil out of the eye and replace it with the
Oh.
natural fluid.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
just the way it is. It's just
Yeah.
the stuff that's in there does
Oh.
not it's like if you were looking through two different fluids. Like
Right.
I don't have a good example for that, but basically I can see there. I can
Yeah.
if I close my good eye, I can look at my computer screen and I can see that there's a screen there and I can see somebody talking to me, but it's it's terrible. Not it's terrible.
Yeah.
Wrong word. It's just at a point where this is as good as it's going to get until they finish the process.
Right.
And the
Well,
doctor's been telling me all along, I like to wait 6 months to do
oh,
that, which means it will probably be October.
wow.
I know. And that last time, like I
Oh,
told you, I
gosh.
said, this is interfering with my pickleball game. And it is. It's
Oh,
because of the way the one eye focuses and the other, if I go back and forth, like close one eye, open one eye, close one eye, open,
yeah.
I can see things moving
Yeah.
side to side because of the way it's focused. So I'm a pretty good pickleball player, but right now I'm a terrible pickleball player simply because the ball is coming at me and I
Yeah.
swing where I think it's going to be and it's a clean miss. I mean, I don't even touch
Hmm.
the ball. It's
Right.
it is to say that it is frustrating for someone who enjoys his pickleball as much as me is a monstrous understatement.
Yet, I got to commend you. You are still out there doing it.
Thank
You're
you.
being active.
That's
You're, with your friends.
right. Right. I'm out
So,
there with my friends and we're having a good time. We're getting some exercise and all of that. Never mind the cursing that you hear coming from Bill's mouth on a regular basis.
oh, cursing's my second language. Doesn't
Thank
bother
you. So anyway, so here's the
me.
next as my old broadcasting hero Paul Harvey used to say, and
Yeah.
now the rest of the story. So yesterday went to the doctor, did the pictures, did the thing. He's
Mhm.
looking at the film, he's looking at the video film. Boy, I'm dating myself. He's looking at the video of the inside of the eyeball and he goes, "No, things are still healing well." He goes, "You have a little something, some little inflammation, some little thing back there as well." And I'm like, "Is that good? Is that bad? Is it whatever?" And he's like, "Tell you what." He says, "Come back in a month. I have an appointment like first of every, right first week of every month I've been going back." He says, "When you
Yes.
come back in August, we'll look at it again and if things are, if depending on what changes, maybe we decide to push up the completion procedure, the replacement thing
Oh.
to August." Cool.
Oh.
But now yours truly, who overthinks fracking everything, is like, "Wait, last month you told me October, and I've got that in my mind because that's the full healing process, and now you're going to do this, speed this up. Is that good or bad?" And I did, and I literally asked him, like, "Okay, is this something to be concerned about or whatever?" And he's, for better or for worse, he's a really good doctor, but a man of very few words. And he said, "Well, when you come back next month, we'll know more."
Oh, that was helpful.
No, no, it
I
wasn't.
know I'm being
Thank you.
facetious.
And he
Oh,
said, keep taking the eye drops. He says, when you
yeah.
run out of the one, don't worry about it. He says, you can stop doing it. I'm like, well, I'll take that as a good sign. That means
That's a good sign.
is
Yeah.
yes. So now I got that. so, so
Well,
anyway, you're, yeah. So I'm taking it as good news.
yes, I was just going to say good
Right.
news.
Right. I'm taking that as a good thing that I'm going to get my perfectly wonderful vision back
Yes.
100% in a month or so.
Right.
That's my story, and I am damn well sticking to it.
Stick to it and keep, even put a sticky note on your bathroom, that August is the day my eye's going to be well. Yeah.
I got my sticky note in
You
my
got
hand
your
here.
sticky note.
Yeah, I got my sticky note.
But you know how it works. The more you focus
Yes.
on the positive, the more you're going to be generating that energy. So I think
Yes.
it's a great thing.
There you go.
So
I think so too. I
so
choose to believe that
yes.
things will that he's pushing it up because it's like, oh, he's doing so well, healing so well that it's like we can move this up some.
So you are doing the right thing. You've been consistent, you focused on it, you're manifesting it. So I see it as a very positive thing. And if it needs to go a little bit longer, well, that's only because, you may need it. But it's, first of all, I commend you for, recognizing that you had something going on and you took action on it.
Well, oh, in the very first place,
Yes.
there was no way you couldn't have noticed, but I thank you.
Yeah.
I accept your good graces there. But yeah, there was no way that it was literally like looking out through a window shade
Right.
with the window shade pulled halfway down.
Right.
So,
Yes.
but yes, I get it, and so I that's fine and all good. Um,
So that
so
I
yeah, I am just going to stick
great.
with the idea. I am just going to stick with the idea that this that things are moving along in a positive way, and that in a month or so he will say, "Yep, you're good. Let's finish this job,"
Yes.
and I will have another exciting day in an outpatient place,
Yep.
and we'll be done.
Yes. We're going to hold that space for you,
Thank
definitely.
you. I
Because
appreciate
that's
that.
really important. Oh, eyesight. Oh my gosh. I
I know,
think
right?
I could lose a limb before I would want to lose my eyesight.
And trust me, don't
Oh, you
don't
know.
think that was lost on me, that it's like I'm
Yes,
sitting in the doctor's office of my eye doctor talking
yes,
to the bank about my wallet, and I'm going, hey, wallet, I can replace that in a day. I
yeah.
can replace, yeah, you know. Okay, I lost a few dollars. Okay, that's the price of admission. Okay, fine, whatever. Eyesight. Now we're
Mm.
talking serious stuff here.
Oh, that's big. Yep.
It's big. It really is.
Yep.
So there you go. That's
Yep. And of course, the second one is, right at the top with the eyeballs is the heart, making
yeah,
sure our heart is healthy and that
yeah.
we're eating the right foods and doing the right, exercising and getting out there. And even if, just walk, around the block, I mean, doing something positive to keep you moving forward. So I commend you for, taking the action
Thank
and
you.
being positive about it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I do. So
Yeah.
yeah. So that's my story. It's only taken us 24 minutes to get through Bill's story for the
Okay.
week.
Part of what we're doing. There could be other people out there that maybe,
Right.
have something going on that maybe
Right.
they've been afraid to look at. And so you've given them, the support and the encouragement to go, hey, just get it checked out. What the
Yes.
heck,
Yes.
what happens.
And I always come equipped with a story or a blog post or a something, and part of that will relate to all of what we've talked about. But
Mhm.
yes, if you're listening, to the show this week, thank you, and
Yes.
we appreciate it. Oh, something BJ and I always talk about on the BJ and Bill podcast, which is if you would like to, we would love for you, our listeners, to
Hmm.
stop by wherever you're getting your podcast, whether it's Apple or Spotify or iHeartRadio or YouTube or whatever, and leave us a nice review because that helps get the word out
Yes.
to more people. So leave that thumbs up, 5 star, high
Right.
five, whatever review you choose to leave. We'd love you for it.
And would it be okay if maybe they have a question about
Of
something or they're
course.
curious about something
Of
that maybe we
course.
can talk about it? And
I would love that. In
yeah.
fact, that's a good point. And thank you. I'm going to write that down. Wait a minute. I am writing it down as we speak. That I do post our podcast to the Facebook page every week, but I'm
Yes.
also going to make a note to ask for, questions and
Hmm.
things like that on the Facebook page. If you go to Facebook, just do a search for The Practical Path Podcast. You have to spell out the whole thing, The Practical Path Podcast, and you will find our show page where I
Hmm.
post the show every week. If you want to listen to it on Facebook, you can. I would It's better if you get it on your podcast player of choice. If you have an iPhone, it's the podcasts app. Or,
Yeah.
like I said, we're also available on Spotify and iHeartRadio, and we're on all of those apps. So, anyway, but again, long story short, leave a review, or if you have a question, leave a question, and we would love to, kick that around a little bit here on the show and help out some people. That's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
What we're here for. So yeah, that's awesome. So anyway, that's the the whole thing about intention setting and learning. Like,
Yeah.
it's interesting. Because I caught myself doing it a couple of times where it's like, okay, what is the lesson in this? And I go, oh, there's no lesson. It's just you were being stupid. Well, maybe that's the lesson. Not stupid, being unmindful. What's the word? Being distracted,
Distracted, maybe,
distracted,
denying that something's there and oh, it'll go away.
all of that.
Yes.
So the lessons have been coming fast and furious, like the old movie, for Bill this week, and I'm okay with that. I'm
Hmm.
okay with that. I want to hear from. I do want to. That's an interesting thing to say, and maybe that's something that can also be a learning that some of our friends and listeners could take away from the show, is that I choose to hear from the universe. I want to hear what is going on. I want to hear some
Yes.
feedback, as it
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
And sometimes that feedback is thumbs up, Bill, keep up the good work, and sometimes it's a tap on the shoulder going, maybe you want to make a different decision or be different in some way. Because the best coaches, I know, sports analogy, I'm a sports fan.
Hmm.
The best coaches and the best trainers are the ones that challenge you.
Oh,
They don't
definitely.
watch you play and then go, "You're great. Just keep doing what you're doing." No. I don't care if you're, pick your favorite sports superstar. I don't care if you're in football, if you're Patrick Mahomes, or if you're in baseball, if you're, whatever, pick your favorite baseball player from your hometown team. I don't care who you are. If you have a coach and a trainer, never will come the day where you do batting practice or football practice or tennis practice or pickleball practice and they go, "Nope, you're perfect. Just keep doing that." Never. There's always feedback as to what you could do better.
Yes.
So that's my long way of getting around to the point of I want to hear from the universe as
Hmm.
my coach, as my trainer, as my school master, whatever you want to choose to be. And we use that term a lot in the spiritual circles that we have teachers around us all the time, don't we?
Oh, yeah. And they come in all sizes and all forms and all ways. Billboards, people, conversations you walk by and you hear something that's like get your attention,
Right.
meditation, my favorite is just going out into the woods and
Yep.
just the quiet and allowing myself that space to let go of everything and allow nature and the universe to talk to me.
Yes.
And
Yes.
just anyways, even sometimes just reading a book, a sentence will pop out. And
Oh
it's like,
yeah.
oh, that's what I needed to hear. So they're everywhere in every size, every shape, every, every building, every, conversation, TV, TV ads. Sometimes, you hear things and it's like, whoa, that
Yes.
was timely. So it's
Yes.
everywhere. It's like being a little kid. Little kids are open to everything because they don't know anything yet. So they're open to hearing and learning and growing. We need to be little kids and have that same feeling of, the new, the exciting, the aha moment.
There you go. The aha moment. And just when you have a realization, it doesn't even have to be some big light bulb moment. I mean, it can be
Oh,
just a quiet little, like you said, a little like you read a line in a book and you go, "Oh, wait a minute. That I kind of needed to hear that," or whatever. Yeah, yeah. I was watching some Dungeons and Dragons and Swords and Sorcery movie over the weekend and the wizard leans down to the little girl who's just coming into her own and the wizard talks to the little girl and the wizard says, "You think that you listen to the wind." He goes, "No." He says, "The wind listens to you." And I went, "Oh
oh,
my God.
whoa.
Wow." I have no idea what that has to do with losing a
Bless my
wallet, but it's right
heart.
up there.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Right. It's like, okay, cool. All right. Thank you. I have no idea what that means at the
But
moment, but someday that will come in handy somewhere.
and it will.
And it will.
Yeah, out of the blue, it'll just be like, whoa, wait a minute. I
Wait a
remember
minute.
I need, and it's when you need it, it will show up.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course. I mean, we
Mhm.
always and that's one of the great cliches, if you want to use it, or I don't know, chestnuts is the chestnuts a term, kind of like cliche, but of personal development and
Mhm.
spiritual growth. And it is when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Oh, yes.
When you're ready to learn something, someone, something, some whatever. And again,
Right.
like you said, it can be anything. It can be your dog. It can be a
Oh,
book. It can be a TV show, a billboard, out being out in nature. Anything will show up and help you to learn that lesson.
yes,
So,
absolutely.
absolutely, positively, that's true.
Yep.
So, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Oh, definitely.
Be open, be
Hmm.
ready if you choose to. We're not telling you how to run your life.
No.
I am telling you what I'm choosing to believe and choosing to put out to the universe. And that is, I want to hear these things. I want to
Mhm.
hear from the powers that be out there. Choose
Oh, yeah.
whatever God, whatever force, whatever you choose. It works. It
Yep.
doesn't, I don't care what you choose to believe or what church or synagogue you go to worship if that's your thing. And for some
Yes.
people it is and some it isn't, and it's all good.
Yep. It's choice.
Whoever it is you talk to, I want to hear their feedback. That's all I'm saying. And apparently, I've been getting it in large
Yeah.
doses this week. So there you
Yes, absolutely.
go. All right, let's do this. Let's take a break. Go refill your coffee. Do whatever you want, and we'll come back for more lessons or something.
Something will come up.
Something will come up. It
So it
always does.
does.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. And welcome back. This is The Practical Path, a podcast for personal and spiritual growth. And there's been a lot of personal and spiritual growth for your host, Bill Sklodowski, in the past 3 days. Whether he wanted it or not, it's been delivered to him. So here, I'm joined by my friend and spiritual teacher, Vicki Wagner from Blue Ridge, Georgia. How are you? And before we get too far into it again, I want to remind folks that we started the show talking about how you can get in touch with either of us. Miss Vicki, how do people get in touch with you for one of those super cool Oracle card readings if they would like?
Thank you. They can call or text 239-248-0586 or email me at Vicki, Vicki, Wagner, Wagner 53 at gmail.com.
And you can look up my material at Bill's iPhone Tips on YouTube. Just do a quick search. Do the hashtag thing. I'm doing the hashtag symbol that the kids always do because I'm cool like that. Hashtag Bill's iPhone Tips, and you'll find the latest video. And of course, all of that information is in the show notes of all of our shows. So if you're interested in getting in touch, and visit the Facebook page. We mentioned that too. If there's a question or a lesson or something you'd like to share with the group, we would love to hear from you. On Facebook, just do a search for The Practical Path Podcast and make sure you
that would be
The
great.
Practical Path Podcast. Make sure you spell it all out. So there you go. So
So
yeah,
I also want to boost you because you are amazing on the computer.
on the computer. Oh, thank you.
Gosh.
Very kind.
I don't think I would have survived without your help. I'm over. So
Well,
I'm
okay,
giving
thank
a
you.
boost.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I just was helping out my lady friend as well over the weekend with she borrowed a computer from an old friend, and so we had to clean that up and it's a long story, but yeah, it's all in there. It's all in there. So that's cool. All right. Let's expand our horizons a little bit. And every week we try to come with a blog post or something that we can chat about a little bit. And I have a couple of them, but I thought this one was apropos because I'm not sure where this came from. So I probably will just post the whole thing on the show notes.
Okay.
Link because I don't know where it came from. But it is 4 questions that will change everything. And the author says, having worked with coaches and therapists, friends, and others, I believe nothing beats journaling, which is interesting. They like to write about themselves. But my biggest breakthroughs did not come from any of the advice of my friends, coaches, etc. My biggest breakthroughs came from asking myself the right questions.
Oh.
Here are my 4 favorites. Now, if you're a fan of guys like Tony Robbins, who we've mentioned on the show before, super popular personal growth kind of a guy.
Yeah.
He's a huge ask the right questions to figure out what's going on in life kind of a thing. Question number 1, what story are you telling yourself that is keeping you stuck?
Oh.
She laughs already. Look at you. It's been more than 150 years, and psychology has known this to be true. It is not what happens to you, it is how you interpret it.
Definitely.
And we only talk about that in one form or another on this show pretty much every week.
Yes, absolutely.
Humans are meaning, this is hard to say on the podcast because it will sound a little odd. Humans are meaning-making machines. We make meaning out of everything. We can't help but turn everything every day into some kind of a story, right?
Right.
So yeah, you can do all the inner work. You can journal for 10 years. You can attend your 20th ayahuasca retreat. But at some point, you have to let go and figure out what those old stories are doing to you. What makes you feel
Yes.
heavy and gives you baggage you no longer want to carry. Buddha said it best, holding on to resentment is like drinking rat poison and expecting the other person to die. Right? I mean,
Wow.
I I
Yeah.
thought that was Mr.
Yeah.
Worf on Star Trek. I thought he said that, but yeah, he probably stole it. So anyway,
Probably.
but really, what say more
It's
about that? I mean, because I know you talk to people all the time, and really, that's one of the things that you zoom in on, focus in on the most, and that is the stories we tell ourselves and what they
yeah.
mean to us.
Well, the stories we tell ourselves or the stories that we hold on to. And I know that I've spoken about this before and I speak to a lot of people about it because I've experienced it. I was very abused as a child. My whole family was. And I'm the only one out of 9 people that did the work to look at it from the different perspective of what was going on with my dad that he felt that he had to, put all this hurt and this pain and this pressure on all of us because he couldn't deal with it. So it took a while for me to realize that I was carrying all his garbage and I had to get rid of it. I had to look at it from a different perspective of what did I learn from it? Who am I because of it? And who I become is someone that can look at the truth. I can feel people. I know what they've been going through, and I, can get down and dirty for their own good, because I know what it feels like to carry all this. So
Right.
you have to look at it from a different perspective. Instead of being a victim of it, you've got to look at how can you empower yourself from that experience. And that's what I've chose to do. And I'm the first one to say you're seeing me on a good day. It's something that will never 100% go away, but I think I've got a pretty good like 95% of it
Right.
behind me, and little things will trigger, and like I said, sometimes you see me on a good day and other days you want to stay far away. Just being honest, I'm being human.
I
Yeah.
get it. I do. I do.
But it's
So,
really important to learn the lesson from our experiences. How have we grown? How have we evolved? What did we learn from it? How can we be a better person because of that experience?
and all of that is on the other side of figuring out what that story is that I've
Hmm.
been telling myself for a
Yeah.
year or 10 years or 30 years.
Yes.
That story I've been telling myself that is keeping me stuck in this one
Mhm.
place.
Right. Exactly. And honestly, I didn't start doing the inner work until I was in my 40s.
Right. So
Yet,
you had 40 years, 40 plus years of telling yourself one particular aspect of a story about your family life.
yeah, that I wasn't good enough. I
Right.
wasn't enough. I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't pretty enough. I wasn't this. I wasn't that. And I had, at the times, I had wanted to walk out on the woman that I worked with, but she knew exactly what, buttons to push
Mm-hmm.
and got a reaction out of me because I've been stuffing it. So I do the same thing. I love her. We butt heads a lot, but she really got me into a place of me looking at my past, you know, pulling it apart and putting some of the pieces back together so that I could have compassion, I could have understanding, I could, move forward from the experience that I had with my father, which, and I've often said when he was passing away, I was the only one that was there with him.
Right.
And
Because
I,
by that time you had changed your story for
Mhm.
yourself
Yeah,
about what that meant for you, and you were able to act from a different perspective.
absolutely. I had compassion, I had understanding. I could see, within him that he had a little boy that he was too afraid to do any work with. And I actually worked with him a couple times.
Right.
And I know I've said this before, but on my business card it says change your perspective, change your life.
Right. Right.
And that's what my father said. He said, "Thank you for helping me see my life from a different perspective." And to me, that was like, getting the, the trophy on the football field,
Right. Right. And
It's
it
like,
kind of
and
was.
and it was. And I sincerely told him that I loved him, and I gave him a kiss on the cheek, and he passed away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Amazing.
it's been one of my biggest incentive to help other people to go, okay, things happen to you. You have the strength to turn the story around. What is it that the person you are today, and what are all your gifts? Instead of looking at all the faults that, been actually, vomited onto you, what are all your gifts? What are all your talents? What are you good at? Look at the good in yourself
Right. Exactly. And then live from that
and
instead.
live
Yeah.
from that point.
Yeah.
And then be willing to share with other people because we
Right.
can inspire people in a simple conversation.
This all leads very nicely to question number 2, which is, where have I experienced rejection? And more importantly, what did I make that mean about me?
Hmm.
Right? Because, like it says, rejection comes in many forms. You get passed up for a promotion, you post something on Facebook and you get no reaction to it. You get ghosted by somebody you were very attracted to or whatever. So,
Right.
the more we avoid rejection, the more power it has over us.
Hmm.
Rejected parts get buried in our shadow sides, shaping every choice we make. Here's the thing about emotions, however, and this is the author's theory, not
Hmm.
mine, but it's good.
Right.
Here's the thing about emotions: love at 11 feels the same as love at 31. You develop more life experiences, but the emotions stay the same, and that's why old wounds still hurt.
Hmm.
So where
Yep.
have you felt rejected, and how can you start to heal that? And of course, now that we've said heal, that goes back to question number 1, which is the
Right.
story you're telling yourself about that thing, and how do you interpret it? But yeah, rejection is an interesting thing.
Sometimes rejection is you're too powerful. You're too
Ooh,
much energy. You're
say
you
more.
you overwhelm them
Right.
by being strong, by being, proud of yourself, by standing on your own 2 feet. And so by rejecting somebody, it makes you feel more powerful, but it's a false powerful. It's
Right.
it's you're lying to yourself. So sometimes, like I said before, they're afraid of strong people.
Right.
And so what's the best way to hide, that your fear is to be a bully. That's what a
Hmm.
bully is.
Right. Right.
He's scared, he's hurt, he's wounded. So what's the best way to make yourself big and, boisterous and loud and pushy? Because it's feeding that insecurity
Hmm.
in a false way.
I think the point is that if you are experience reject and okay, and rejection comes in many forms, we understand that. Like we said, it could be job related, it could be
Yeah.
relationship, it could be a lot of things. When it comes to something between people,
Hmm.
a relationship or a whatever, if
Right.
you are experiencing that kind of rejection, yeah, the important thing, I guess, not I guess, I know, the important thing to keep in mind is that it's not about you.
No,
Right.
it isn't. No.
You are coming across in a way that may be threatening to somebody else, that
Could
may.
be.
And by threatening, I don't mean physically. I don't mean you're going to beat somebody up, although that's possible too, but that's a whole nother thing.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you are coming off in a way that threatens their belief system,
Right.
something, so
Hmm.
that but you're just your presence, the way you are
Oh yeah.
threatens what they believe about themselves, about the world, about whatever. And so somewhere, sometime, a lot of people just automatically reject that out of hand and say, "Nope,
Yep.
not gonna deal
Not.
with you.
Yep.
Not gonna deal with you."
Nope.
And that's again, it's not you. It's not you, the
No,
person
it's
being
not.
your awesome self. It's
Hmm.
the other person who can't handle that.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Just be aware. Just be aware of that. That
Yeah.
does their own thing for their own reasons. I
Oh
had a
yeah.
boss like that 100 years ago who said, "Don't, Bill, just remember that it takes all kinds of people in the world, and just be glad you're not one of those kinds of people." So,
That's it. That is it in a nutshell.
right.
And my family's the example. I mean, there's me and then there's everybody else. They were terrified of me when I was little because I knew things and I saw things and I say things and they're looking at me. Well, their favorite word was I was a weirdo, you know. But I'm thankful to be a weirdo. You know, it's
Okay.
helped me to touch a lot of people's lives in 25 years that I've been doing this, you know.
Exactly.
And so to me, it's been one of my greatest gifts to be different, to be me
Right.
out of, you know, all these people. And the one that really knew me, and I miss her every single day, it was my grandma. My
Mm-hmm.
grandma knew who I was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's always one or two people in your life that are going to stick by you and love you and, you know, put up with you. You know,
No
if
matter what.
just be yourself, be
Right.
authentic.
Right. Right. And just quick personal note, that's something that my new lady friend in my life and I have talked
Mhm.
about a lot, and that is you don't have to do anything to be you don't have to do anything different than who you are and what you're doing right now in this moment to be to be appealing in my eyes, to be something I want to be with, to be, whatever, however you choose to,
Right.
to find you funny, sexy, interesting, lovable,
Weird.
whatever, all of those things. You don't have to do anything else. Just keep doing
No,
what you're doing.
just
Yeah,
be you. And
exactly.
the
Just be
right
you.
people will be attracted to you. The authentic people, the loving people, the people that
Yep.
can see beyond, you know, your our weirdness, you know,
Right.
whatever. They can see our souls and they can feel it. And my husband is one for 45 years that has really stuck with me. And so
There you go. There you go. So, question number 3, and it's gonna require air quotes, but I'm gonna tell you where they are because you can't see
okay.
me doing them. And the question number 3 is, how am I that? Air quotes. How am I that? Which is an interesting thing, but it's like you judge somebody for being lazy, and then you realize you're avoiding your own to-do list.
Yeah.
That, in psychological terms, is projection. You are
Oh yeah.
projecting your problems onto somebody else.
Mhm.
The better question is then, therefore, to make it simple, how am I that? Anytime, of course, you point a finger, you see something that frustrates you in somebody else's kids, somebody else's whatever. It's like, okay, forget about it. That you have that thing as well. How are you that?
Yeah.
Cancel culture currently very popular out there in the world. Cancel culture, the perfect example. People point fingers only to get canceled themselves later on. Everything that irritates us about others, this is the bottom line.
Right.
Everything that irritates us about others reveals something about ourselves.
Hmm.
Perfect.
Oh, absolutely. It's a
Perfect.
mirror.
Right. The world is just a mirror
It's
for
a
you
mirror.
to see
Yeah.
yourself on
Yes.
things.
Yes. And sometimes you're going to see wonderful things, that reflection. Other times you're going to see things that go, oh, wait a minute, I've been trying to hide from that. Why is it showing up? Get your attention.
Exactly. Exactly. Which, just to quickly hop, because we can talk about both of these, they're kind of related. They're
Okay.
all related. Question number 4: what's the feedback you keep getting but refuse to believe?
Mm,
Similar to the how am I that thing. There's
right.
a marketing principle. If one person complains, companies multiply it by 1,000 because they know hundreds of other people feel the same way but don't speak up. Right? I
Right.
mean,
Yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
yeah. But it's the same with your life. If you keep hearing the same feedback, it might be, probably is true. For example, I've been told, and this is the author writing this, I've been told I'm too critical. I told myself, however, that I'm merely holding myself to high standards. But the shadow side is nothing ever good. Nothing is the shadow side of that is nothing's ever good enough. It bleeds into
Oh,
relationships where I am unfairly critical of my girlfriend, my family, my whatever, whatever, whatever. What is something people keep telling you, and what might it reveal?
mm,
Exactly. I mean, to
yeah.
me, that's
Yeah.
if somebody keeps telling you something, there's probably a reason for that.
You better listen and look in the mirror.
Exactly. There's probably something going on. I used
Yeah.
to tell our old friend BJ, my old radio partner, he would tell me about his troubles. He would tell me about something that he was getting in trouble for at home or whatever. And I would say, BJ, when you find yourself in a hole, stop digging.
Yes. Oh, boy. Been there a few times.
Well, we all have. We all
And
have. We
I mean, we
just keep doing
but
that same damn thing over and over again, no
yeah,
matter how much our friends, our loved ones saying, "Hey, you see that thing you're doing there? Maybe you want to," again, Bill's favorite line, maybe you want to make a different decision. Or as
mhm,
Vicky would say, maybe you want to see things from a different perspective. Maybe you just want to, if somebody keeps telling you that same doggone thing and you keep rejecting it, you keep thinking, I have now I've dealt with people like that. I have dealt with, I'm going to say a former girlfriend
okay.
who used to have, not used to, she still does, but I'm not with her, so it doesn't matter. Sorry, gave myself a little pat on the back there. Um, she had a reason, and again, air quotes, she had a reason why she had to be a certain way, speak a certain way, act a certain way,
Yeah.
even though her her friends, well, this friend was telling her,
Mhm,
yeah, that thing that doesn't work. That
yeah.
doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for the relationship. It doesn't, I don't see it working anywhere.
No.
But she had a reason that it worked for her. Boy, this goes back to number one, doesn't it? This goes
Yeah.
back to what's the story you're telling yourself and why is it keeping you stuck? Her
Yeah.
reasons were her story that
Yeah.
kept her stuck in something.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
might that be? Maybe you want to look at that. Maybe you want to think
Well, that,
about the fact that somebody's
yeah.
telling you something doesn't work.
Yeah.
And rather than saying, I have a reason why that I have to keep doing it this way, maybe you stop and think, maybe
Why?
I can do it.
And what's she carrying
Right.
that it's weighing her down? I mean,
Exactly.
energy has weight after a time, when you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't even put one foot in front of the other. Well, what are you carrying?
Right.
Let it go. Like
Let it
I always say, look at it from that different perspective. What can you learn from it? How can you grow from it? How can you thank it for the lesson that's going to empower you?
and then do something different.
And then do something different.
To
Make
me, that's
a choice.
yes. Yeah. Now you got to go through the whole process, right?
Yeah,
You
oh,
can't
yeah.
just say, "Oh, I somebody
Oh, no.
told me something, so I'm going to change." Well, okay.
It
But
can get dark, it can get heavy, it can get,
right,
muddy.
that's
Yet
the point.
you
The
get
point
to
is
decide.
you got to start somewhere, and it's
Yes.
probably best to start by figuring out that story you told yourself about why you're doing that thing.
Mhm. Yeah. It's like doing the
Because
same thing over and over and over again, getting the same result, and you're going, well, why isn't it different? Well, you're doing the same darn thing over and over and over again.
Einstein, yes, Einstein.
Wait a
The
minute,
definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing and expecting different
a
results.
different result.
Yeah.
Yep. Hmm.
I hope that was Einstein. Everybody always says that was Einstein, but it's one of those things that you just hear out there in the universe, and maybe he said it and maybe he didn't. I don't know.
It's still really good, regardless who put it out there. It's
Yes,
good.
it is. It's really good no matter who said
Really
it.
good.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yep.
again, if you keep hearing the same feedback, if somebody and again, I just had a light bulb moment there
Oh,
because my
cool.
friend Vicky does this for me often. If somebody gives you good feedback and you reject it, well, maybe you want to look at the good stuff too and think maybe that's true as well.
Absolutely. That's meaning that you love yourself, you respect yourself, you honor yourself. And a simple way to do it is thank you.
Right,
Thank you is huge. Two
right.
little words, but it's huge in how it can change you.
And it all comes from that willingness to be open to the
Mhm.
idea that that I've been telling myself one particular story
Yes.
about one particular aspect of my life, about
Right.
myself, about whatever. Oh, I'm unlovable. I'll never be good at this thing. I'll never be whatever, whatever, whatever. It comes in a million different, the story comes in a million different versions, but at
Yeah.
the bottom line, you're telling yourself a story,
Yeah.
and it might not be true. It might not. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb because as a human, I know this. 99% of the stuff we know is just flat out wrong.
It is.
It just is.
Well, we're little and we look at these big people and we go, oh, they must know everything. They're big. Well, surprise, they got little people in them that are running their lives.
Right.
And
Right.
once you realize that, you can actually sense where it all came from. It came mostly from childhood because
Yes.
we don't know anything. Like I said, we look at these big people, they've been around a long time, you know, and
We
so we
give
forget.
them authority,
Yeah, we give them
or
authority.
they take authority over
Yeah.
us.
Yes. Yes.
And because of that, then because of that authority, that's
Mhm.
interesting. That somehow we make the jump, we make the leap over the bridge to say we from a position of authority. Therefore, in our minds, we go, that must mean they are right about the
Absolutely.
things they say. And I think if anybody has paid attention to any kind of politics in the last, oh, I don't know, 10 years, you
Oof.
might come to think you might be open to the idea that just because somebody gets elected to a high office doesn't make them any smarter than you. Doesn't make
Exactly.
them right about
No,
the things they say.
right.
Just saying. Just putting
It's
that out.
but that's it.
Yeah.
That is it. We look at them and we go, well, they've been around a long time, so they know everything. Well,
Right.
no.
Right. Or they're in a position of authority. Again, more air
Right,
quotes. A lot of those this hour.
right. Yeah.
They're in a position of authority. They're in a position of celebrity. Oh my God, I hate that. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I hate the fact that we give celebrities for some reason because this guy or this girl is a movie star or a popular singer that all of a sudden their opinion on politics or nuclear energy
Or
matters.
whatever.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Don't get me started. I already just got myself
You
started.
just got yourself started. You started your own engine.
I did. I started my yes.
But
So anyway,
yeah, bottom line is you have the ability to look at the bigger picture
yes.
and you have the right to choose what you feel is right for you and what you feel that you need to let go of. So respect yourselves, honor yourselves, trust yourselves.
and and then live from that. And then
Yes.
I mean, and again, it's not easy. It doesn't, you don't flip a switch. If you've been living according to one story for 40 years,
Oh, yeah.
you don't wake up one morning and flip a switch and go, "Oh, okay, now I believe this." Well, good luck. You can do it for an hour or two, but habit will drag you back. or
Yes.
or or belief systems. Now, that's
Yeah.
not to say you can't change them, and
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
something that Miss Vicky is a professional at,
Oh,
and that's
thank you.
something we talk about on this show a lot.
Yes, we do.
But it is possible, no but, it is
Mhm.
possible, yet there is some mental and, spiritual work involved with it. I'll just
Oh,
leave
yeah.
it at that. Yeah.
And the consistency of it too will build. And before you know it, you've got a whole different habit. You've got a whole different belief system. You've got a whole way of looking at things. And if you trip on the way, that's okay.
Yeah.
Pick yourself back up. Go, okay, you know what? I tripped. I fell down, but
Yep.
I'm back up and I'm going to keep moving forward.
Yep. Exactly. Keep
And get a
moving forward.
support system. Like you and I are really good friends and we chat back and forth.
Yep.
Get a support system. Get somebody that you feel safe with, that you can be yourself with, that if you're going to have a good moment, share it. If you're going to have a dark moment, share it. But they're still going to be there. They're still going to support you and encourage you. So find someone that you feel comfortable with. That's very important.
I love that. And it's true. I mean, it really
Yeah.
is. I mean, I can speak from personal experience on that, on how my friends like Miss Vicky and others have helped me in times of trouble.
Mhm.
And I have helped them in their times of
Oh,
trouble.
yes.
And yes, a burden
Mhm.
shared weighs a lot less, or whatever that
Ab-
cliche is.
Absolutely.
Interesting way to end the show, but here we are. So good. Wow.
I know. It's like, woo.
But I feel lighter. I do. I feel better having gotten all of
Oh,
this out and off my black shirted chest here this morning. So thank you for that. Thank you for all of our friends and listeners for joining
yes.
us. As always, we very much appreciate you being with us. If you would like to get in touch with Miss Vicky for some guidance, assistance, or a little oracle card reading, which believe me is a blessing in disguise. Not in disguise. It's a blessing. Period. Just see what she can do for you and tell you about ways you might see things from a different perspective.
Definitely.
How would somebody get in touch with you?
They can call or text. Oh, excuse me. By the end of the show, I'm a
Right?
little
We're all
hoarse.
choked up.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. You can tell them.
You can call or text Miss Vicki 239-248-0586 or email her at Vicki Wagner at 53 Wagner.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
Wagner
Vicki
53.
50 Vicki Wagner 53 at gmail.com. It'll all be in the show notes. Just go look it up. It's fine. She's fine. I'm going to get her some coffee. Well, she's going to get herself some coffee, and I will get us out of here. So thanks again for joining us, folks. We will see you again next week. For my friend Vicki Wagner, I'm Bill Splodowski. Thanks for joining us.